Have you ever felt like you're just going through the motions? Like your life is a script written by someone else? You wake up, you go to school, you hang out with the same people, you do what's expected, you follow. You follow the crowd in the hallway. You follow the trends online. You follow the path everyone says you should take. It's safe, it's easy, but is it really you? For years I was a professional follower. Which class to take? I'd ask a friend what they were signing up for, what to wear. I'd scroll through feeds to see what was cool, where to go on a Friday night. I'd just tag along, a shadow in someone else's plan. I wasn't unhappy, not really, but I wasn't anything. I was just there, a passenger in my own life. It felt like I was constantly looking over my shoulder, waiting for a signal, for permission to move. My own voice was a whisper I could barely hear underneath the noise of everyone else's opinions. I was so busy trying to fit in that I never stopped to ask myself what I actually wanted. The turning point wasn't some big, dramatic event. It was small. It was a Tuesday afternoon. A friend said, "We're all going to that new burger place after school. Are you in?" And for the first time, instead of the automatic sure, a different thought surfaced. I didn't actually want a burger. I wanted to go to the library and finish a book I was really into. It sounds so simple, right? But saying, "Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing," felt like climbing a mountain. I expected arguments, questions, maybe even judgment, but all I got was a simple, "All right, see you tomorrow." And just like that, I was walking in a different direction, alone. It was quiet, a little weird, but it was my choice. That small act of defiance sparked something. I started making more of these tiny choices. Instead of listening to the playlist everyone had on repeat, I dug into old music my dad used to love. I found genres and artists that felt like they were speaking directly to me. I stopped ordering the same thing at the coffee shop and tried something new just because the name sounded interesting. I started sketching in a notebook, not because I wanted to be an artist, but because it felt good to create something that was purely mine, with no one else's expectations attached. Each choice was a brick, and I was slowly building a foundation that felt solid, that felt like me. Of course, it wasn't always easy. There's a certain comfort in the crowd. When you step away, you feel the space around you. There were moments of doubt, moments where I felt lonely and wondered if I'd made a mistake. The fear of missing out, FOMO, it's a real thing. Seeing pictures of my friends hanging out always made me feel that familiar urge to join in, you know. But then I'd look at the drawing I just finished, or listen to a song that made me feel something powerful, and I'd remember why I started. This feeling, this sense of self-discovery, was worth more than being part of a scene I didn't truly connect with. I realized that following everyone else wasn't about being social. It was about avoiding risk. The risk of being disliked, the risk of making the wrong choice, the risk of standing out. But the biggest risk of all is losing yourself in the process. When you outsource your decisions, you're telling yourself that other people's judgment is better than your own. You're silencing your own intuition. And your intuition, that gut feeling, is one of the most powerful tools you have. It's your internal compass, and it always points toward your true north. The funny thing is, the more I stepped away, the more people seemed to notice me. Not for following, but for being myself. Conversations started to change. Instead of, "Did you see that show?" it became, "What have you been listening to lately?" It's really different. My quiet confidence seemed to draw people in. I found new friends who liked me for my weird taste in music or my quiet afternoons spent drawing. And my old friends were still there. Our friendship just became more genuine because it was no longer based on me just agreeing with everything. I was bringing something new to the table, myself. This journey isn't about rebellion or being a loner. It's about alignment. It's about making your outside world match your inside world. It's about curating your own life, not just consuming the one that's handed to you. It starts with asking yourself simple questions. What do I want to do right now? What do I truly enjoy? What am I curious about? And then honoring the answers, no matter how small or different they seem. It's choosing the book over the party, the walk in the park over the crowded mall, the music that moves you all over the song that's just popular. So here's my challenge to you. For one day, try to consciously unfollow. Make one decision, just one, that is 100% yours, free from outside influence. Maybe it's the route you take home. Maybe it's what you eat for lunch. Maybe it's just sitting in silence for 10 minutes instead of scrolling. Pay attention to how it feels. It might feel strange, it might feel liberating, but it will be yours. You don't have to stop following everyone all at once. Just start by following yourself. See where it takes you. You might be surprised by the person you find waiting. This is the first step toward becoming the main character of your own story. It's not about being the loudest or the most popular. It's about being the most authentic. Because when you stop letting others decide for you, you don't just change your path, you discover who you really are. And that is the greatest adventure of all. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments and subscribe for more. See you next time.